Should I test? Okay. All right, well, welcome everybody. It is a beautiful day for this event. We don't have any storm water, so we can't actually see how it's functioning, so I apologize for that. But we had to decide sun or storm water, and we decided to go with sun. My name's Brenda Smith. I'm the executive director of the 9 Mile Run Watershed Association, and we're really just thrilled to be able to invite you all here for the ribbon cutting for our Oakwood Batavia Green Stormwater Infrastructure site. The 9 Mile Run Watershed Association is celebrating its 15th anniversary this year. We were founded to restore and protect the 9 Mile Run watershed, and this is also the 10th anniversary of the restoration project that was done for the 9 Mile Run stream in Frick Park. And if you haven't seen that area of Frick Park, it's really worth taking a walk down there and seeing what was done. It looks absolutely beautiful. It's a wonderful wilderness in the middle of the city. But unfortunately, the water quality in the stream is still not what was envisioned at the time that the restoration was done. It was an almost $8 million project. A tremendous amount of effort went into it, and it did accomplish a lot, and you can learn about that on our website, all the wonderful things that were accomplished. There's a lot more aquatic life in the stream and so on, which is all terrific. But water quality still does not meet EPA standards for safety in either wet or dry weather, and that's something that our organization takes very seriously and is committed to doing something about and to improving. So one of the main ways that we are attacking that problem is by trying to find better ways of managing stormwater to reduce both the volume and velocity of stormwater and the pollutants that it's carrying into the stream, but in particular to reduce the overflows of sewage going into the stream, which are a direct result of stormwater going into our sewers, which I think we all know is a problem throughout our region. So beginning in 2015, we began developing a holistic stormwater project for the Rosedale Runoff Reduction area, which is about a 1.5 square mile area that includes parts of Homewood, most of East Hills, and part of Penn Hills. And all of the sewers in that area contribute to overflows at one particular combined sewer overflow that is underground that dumps about 25 million gallons of sewage polluted stormwater in an average year into an underground tributary of 9 Mile Run. It's the biggest single source of sewage going into the stream every year. So we wanted to try to reduce that, and we put together a suite of interventions that we thought we could complete in 2 years. Looks like it's going to be more like 2.5, but that would begin to attack that problem. So it includes rain barrels, rain gardens, street trees planted in stormwater management, tree pits, and then 3 larger green stormwater infrastructure installations. And this is the first of the 3 to be completed. We just refer to it as the Oakwood Batavia site for lack of a better name. Also we've been very involved in a regional discussion about what direction we should be going with our plans for fixing the sewer system regionally, and we thought, could we also contribute something to that discussion by actually building something and monitoring it? So that's another part of the goal of this project and the larger project. In doing this, we worked with a number of community partners, and we could not have done it without working with the community partners that we worked with. In particular, Operation Better Block and their Junior Green Corps, who have been absolutely central to all parts of the Rosedale Runoff Reduction Project. Yes, thank you so much for everything they've done. The East Tri-Borough Neighborhood Association, the East Hills Consensus Group, and others have helped us to better understand the impact of stormwater here in the neighborhood, and also other concerns in the neighborhood that intersect with that and that have to be considered in making decisions about what you might want to do here in the neighborhood. For this particular site, the initial site selection was done with Land-Based Systems and Matt Graham, who's here today. So thank you very much, Matt, for the role that you played in helping us to find the right place to catch the maximum amount of stormwater. We created the designs beginning in 2015 with Ethos Collaborative. Barton Kirk and Damon Weiss, our engineers, are here, and also our landscape architect, Sarah Madden, who is with our own Stormworks group. The final design as implemented has total storage volume of 22,000 gallons. It's estimated to be able to capture, store, and infiltrate at least 700,000 gallons of stormwater per year, or about 90% of the runoff from directly connected impervious areas. The total capture might be higher if other parts of the contributing watershed are included, but we're going to monitor to find out, and that's a very important role that PWSA is playing by assisting us with the monitoring, and we really appreciate that. The project was funded by the Commonwealth Financing Authority, Watershed Restoration and Protection Program, the Colcom Foundation, the Cornelia Fund of the Pittsburgh Foundation, and some very generous concerned individuals, and we are extremely grateful to all of them for making this possible. The larger Rosedale Runoff Reduction Project was also funded by the R.K. Mellon Foundation, the Heinz Endowments, Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection Growing Greener Program, and support for monitoring also from PWSA and Alcosan. I'm not sure if Tim Prevost is here today from Alcosan, but I do want to also acknowledge them for the support for monitoring. We also couldn't do any of this work or any of the other work we do without our organizational sponsors, some of whom are represented here today: People's Natural Gas, GAI Consultants, SciTech Consultants, the Port Authority, and Michael Baker International. So thank you so much to them. And finally, none of this would have happened without our extraordinary staff, who have always gone above and beyond, and a lot more has been required for this project than we ever imagined going into it, but they've always stepped up for every extra thing that was needed to get us here today. And of course, our board of directors as well, and a lot of them are here today and have their name tags on, so please talk with them about their work with the organization. Now I would just like you to hear from some other people who have played key roles in the overall Rosedale project and in the development of this site. So first off would be Jerome Jackson, who's the Executive Director of Operation Better Block. Jerome?
Thank you. Thank you all for coming out this afternoon to see some of the work that's taking place here in Homewood. I'd like to recognize our board member, Ms. Zenna Scott, who is in the audience as well. Just real quick, Operation Better Block. We've been around about 45 plus years working here in Homewood. We were founded in 1968, incorporated in 1971, and then we moved into the space that we are in now, and somewhere around 1973, we've been working in Homewood ever since. I took over in 2010, and things have been pretty much moving in a really good direction. So what I often ask is that people start to think about not what Homewood used to be, but think about what Homewood is embarking on now and what it will be in the future is what we really need to focus on. Projects such as this kind of shows the potential of new innovative stuff that is taking place here in Homewood. I think the most important and exciting thing about this project is that our young people, so there were young high school students from Homewood and other parts of the city who actually worked on this project. One of the good things about being the executive director is I get to stand up here and give the speech about our young people. But Khalil Morris and Camille Smith, please raise your hand. They are the ones in charge of our Junior Green Corps, and they really work hard with our young people to do projects like this. So our kids are coming after school. They've learned about stormwater management. They know more about stormwater management than I do. I know they interviewed the mayor in this video that they did not too long ago. So we're really just trying to prepare our young people to understand what's coming down the pike, what's new, what's green collar jobs and things that they may be interested in. So this is just the first phase. I think we're going to look at doing something with this lot next to it. We're going to be planting a few trees. We have some money to plant some trees over here. So this is just the beginning of what can happen here in Homewood. And as I said, I really would like for everyone to start thinking about what Homewood can be. Not what we used to be, but where we are actually headed. And I think it's very exciting about the development that's taking place in Homewood, new housing, and projects like this that are managing stormwater. Our kids put in rain barrels last year, so we have a group of young people who are very knowledgeable about stormwater management. And so if you need a rain barrel, let us know. We'll get some kids out there to put a rain barrel on for you, and just kind of spread the word about what's happening here in Homewood. It's a new day, a new time, and a new energy that's taking place here. So I'll thank you once again for coming out, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, so one thing I forgot to say about this facility is that it is actually the first one in the city of Pittsburgh, the first green stormwater infrastructure facility in the city of Pittsburgh that bumps out into the street and captures stormwater in that way. There are others in the public right-of-way, but it's the area between the sidewalk and the street. So doing this, it was a first. It was an innovation, and as such, we knew that it would be a little bit challenging in the construction and permitting process, and we wanted to find a partner to work with who could really help us navigate that and any of the challenges that would come up in construction, and make sure that it would go smoothly and that it would be completed and be something that we could be proud of. And we selected PJ Dick Corporation, and Noah Shaltes is here from PJ Dick, and we'd like him to say a few words.
Thank you, Brenda. I'm going to keep this really short, but I just want to take the time to acknowledge that, we're here today because city is transforming, it's evolving, and it's growing into this green city. The contribution of this project to the community and to the overall regional wet weather plan is significant. PJ, we do a lot of stuff. We did the Tower, Frick Environmental Center, a lot of great green projects in the city. But thinking differently about one of our greatest resources, water, that's significant. And it's going to take a lot more of this kind of thing in the future to solve our problems. But when you do something different, it of course increases the amount of collaboration you need. And so we couldn't have done this without the great team members at the city, a 9-mile run, the design team, regulators. I mean, that was a challenge getting through processes. Subcontractors willing to do different things. Craig Defennis Mechanical, he's here in the back. Craig, raise your hand. So this is one that we're proud of, and we're proud to be part of, doing something different and improving the future for Pittsburgh. So thanks.
Okay, also a very important partner in many different areas of our endeavors is the Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority. And here to say a few words for them is the interim executive director of PWSA, Bernard Lindstrom, and also formerly with the Army Corps of Engineers, another great friend of 9 Mile Run.
Thank you very much, Brenda. Mayor Peduto, Senator Acosta, Representative Gainey, Councilman Burgess, and Director Smith, thank you very much for inviting Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority to this ribbon-cutting event. Just a little bit on the Water and Sewer Authority. Our vision is to improve the quality of life through water. So our mission is to provide quality water service. And quality water service not only includes delivering safe and consumable water, which we do every day through the 70 million gallons that's pumped through your system, but we get a lot more back. About 3 times that, and it's because of the rainfall that falls here in our great region. Over 40 inches we get every year, and we get that through our sewers and rainfall. So we can't manage the storm sewer solution alone. Just cannot do it. So PWSA commends 9 Mile Run Association and all the players, the fundraisers, the designers, the constructors, for pioneering water infrastructure as a community-based solution to reduce combined sewer stormwater overflows into our communities and local waterways. Given that we receive over 40 inches of rain every year, managing wet weather peaks and flows to create a better quality of life through water is essential. And this project is specifically a prime example of our shared vision for improving the quality of life by minimizing stormwater before it gets to the overflows of the sewer system. I'm sure this project will be maintained correctly and will provide a benefit to the local community by creating not only stormwater management, but also green space, improved air quality, enhanced natural habitats, and valuable workforce development opportunities. This proves we can work together to provide a visible progress in how we work together to manage stormwater overflows. It embodies the collaborative spirit of Pittsburgh. So thank you very much for inviting me here to enhance the quality of life through water. Appreciate it.
Thank you. For the last 5 years, our organization has participated in the Clean Rivers campaign. We were one of the founding members of the Clean Rivers campaign, and we have worked throughout that time with our partner organizations to try to influence the direction of our region's plan for dealing with sewer overflows and stormwater management. And so to talk a little bit more about that and how this fits into that, I'd like to introduce the director of the Clean Rivers campaign, Jennifer Rappanon Kennedy.
Thanks, it's an honor to be invited and be here. For more than 5 years, the Clean Rivers campaign has fought for green solutions to our region's sewer infrastructure and water quality problems, because we know those solutions bring economic, social, and environmental benefits to our neighborhoods and our region. It's exciting to join our campaign partner, 9 Mile Run Watershed Association, here today for the unveiling of this beautiful, sustainable, and incredibly functional project. 9 Mile Run has been a pioneer in residential, neighborhood, and watershed scale projects, and it's exciting to have this here in the neighborhood where people can see it and interact with it and begin to understand what a value stormwater is and water generally in our region. With the implementation of each new project, we see more benefits for our residents: cleaner air, reduced flooding, creation of good jobs, increased property values, and of course protection of our waterways. Projects like this one are possible in every neighborhood in our city and every municipality in our region, but we must ensure that, like the Rosedale Runoff Reduction Project, these projects are placed strategically so that we're investing and getting the most return for that investment. On behalf of the Clean Rivers campaign, I congratulate Brenda and the staff of 9 Mile Run, as well as all the project partners who made this installation a reality. Your cooperative efforts are a model for what is possible, and your leadership is moving our city forward. With the creation of this project and all of your work on green solutions, we are one step closer to a more resilient, sustainable, and equitable city. Thanks.
Okay, so we have only one more speaker, but before I introduce him, I would just like to invite everyone to stay and enjoy some refreshments with us afterwards, and to continue to follow the progress of the overall project at www.rosedalerain.com or our 9milerun.org website as well. And after our last speaker speaks, we will actually cut the ribbon. And Jerome mentioned that there is a board member from Operation Better Block here, and we would invite her to be the other ribbon cutter, Ms. Zinna Scott, because she has been such a great supporter of our project and has really, really helped us move the project forward in the community, including having a rain barrel and rain garden in her own yard, which was actually designed by the students from the Junior Green Corps and installed by them. And so we really appreciate all the help that she's provided to the project and would invite her to help us with cutting the ribbon. But before that, I want to introduce someone who really has changed the conversation in the city, because there's been a tremendous amount of work at the grassroots level for a long time to try to move us towards more sustainable solutions. But to really move that forward, it takes somebody at the top who is willing to go in that direction as well and committed to going in that direction. And we now have that in our mayor, William Peduto, and we are so pleased that that's the case. So thank you so much, Mayor, for coming out and being with us today. And let's move forward and continue to do more of the same.
Thanks, Brenda. I'll be brief. This is the future of Pittsburgh right here, right? It's a community vision that is worked on through people who've been active in the issue itself. It's engineered and designed by professional planners, and it's returned back to the community as something that makes the value of a neighborhood more. Or we can have a big pipe. So those are our choices. We have a report due, Colonel, December 1st, and that will be a green plan for Pittsburgh to be able to deal with not only our combined sewer overflow problem, but the flooding problems we have in this city. The basements that back up, the neighborhoods that get flooded every time it rains, and being able to do both, and not just one, and being able to have a whole solution that we can now point to examples and have people visit because of examples like this, so that now they can see how it works, how you're able to hold hundreds of thousands of gallons of water and to keep it so that you don't need those pipes. So today marks another great step forward. I'm here to say thank you to everyone that is here. This is the team that's going to deliver this throughout Pittsburgh and throughout Allegheny County. And we'll be able to solve the problems that have plagued us for nearly 100 years during our lifetime.
Wonderful. All right, we have 2 pairs of scissors. You get the fancy bowl.
Oh,
Let's see. There you go. So one on each side.
What? We've met before.
Yes.
It's nice to see you again.
Ready?
Yep, you give me a 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, please enjoy the refreshments and the rest of this beautiful day. Thank you.
I'm glad